How does the young Millie Bobby Brown live her life? Well, quite well actually. While her start in Hollywood may not have been the most stable thing around, she got to get what she deserved via Stranger Things and all the roles that swarmed her way afterward. Fast forward to the end of Stranger Things Season 4. Don't worry, we won't spoil anything here yet. And you see that she's got a net worth of over $10 million. And that'll grow once Season 5 is done filming for sure. But now that she has millions, what in the world does she spend it on? Well, we'll show you some things. Number 9, her family. Let's clear something up right away. If you think that Millie had an easy road to stardom, you'd be wrong. Her family well and truly risked it all for her, including moving, selling just about everything they had and more. Also, Millie would get a shot at Hollywood. And while it's easy to look at her success and say that it was worth the risk, it was a long road to Stranger Things, and it started with some big changes in her life. Because she was from the UK, she felt she needed to be in Hollywood to get the best chance of getting roles, which meant that her parents had to sell just about everything they had to give Millie that chance, because they really did believe in her, which is a heartwarming thing to hear, but even by Millie's own admission, it got to the point where things started to fall apart. Things were so tight, Millie's British-born manager, Melanie Green, lent the family money to help them survive. And that wasn't the end of it by a long shot. My older sister left. She didn't want to do it America anymore, Millie says. It was tears, tears, tears. We went through tough times. She started getting small bit roles in big-name series like NCIS and Grey's Anatomy, but she kept missing out on bigger roles. Of course, once she got Stranger Things, everything turned around for the better. She's now worth millions of dollars, and thus she can safely say she has paid them back in full. Yet, obviously, they didn't know that this was how it was going to turn out at the time. And it would have been fair for her to quit in order to stop the bleeding. But because her family believed in her, she became the star that she is today, and that's pretty cool. So now you can bet that if her family needs anything, and we mean anything that money can buy, she'll buy it for them. And she'll probably do it with a smile on her face. She'll likely see it as repaying a debt that she was more than happy to fulfill. Now granted, we're sure her parents don't hold anything over her head, but they probably don't refuse the gifts that she likely gives them. After all, who said parents of stars can't have nice things? Number 8, 2 homes. The superstar teenager boasts 2 homes as she splits her time between London and Atlanta, Georgia, with her parents and 2 older siblings, Charlie and Paige, and younger sister Ava. And wherever she lays her hat is guaranteed to be spectacular thanks to her huge and rising fortune. Millie, who was born in Spain but raised in Bournemouth in Florida, has revealed glimpses of her home life with her parents, Robert and Kelly, in photos on Instagram. In one snap, she perches on her sister's laps with their mom as they pose for a photo on a majestic staircase. And there's room for all 4 ladies. In another pic, she cradles her fluffy dogs and shows off her grand living room that boasts a floating television, huge ceilings, and arched windows. Her huge garden is the perfect example of her living out the American dream as she sits on the lush grass with her pets near a white picket fence. The actress is, of course, getting ready for Stranger Things' upcoming filming of Season 5, where Millie earns a hefty $350,000 per episode to play 11, and that could increase given the massive reception and reaction to Season 4 as a whole. But she can bag more than $3 million per movie, and she's got a lot of movies on her dance card, including some with Netflix like the Enola Holmes sequel. Number 7, cars. While Millie cannot make cars fly like her character 11, at least she can drive them now that she has her license. The young celebrity reportedly already owns a handful of cars, including a $70,000 Mercedes-Benz V-Class Marco Polo and a $27,000 Mini Cooper. She can also be seen leaving the premiere nights, award shows, and other social events in her Cadillac Escalade, which is worth close to $100,000. One could argue that this is actually a bad thing, as she's already getting a fleet of cars for herself despite being so young. Something many other celebrities have done with, well, let's just say less than great side effects. But you could also argue that she's not buying millions in cars, just nice ones that are within her price range. So we'll give her a pass for now. Number 6, charity. With all the fame and success that Millie has achieved at such a young age, she also makes sure to give back. She has lent a hand in raising $40,000 for the Olivia Hope Foundation through her beauty brand Florence by Mills. She has also not forgotten her Bournemouth, UK roots, recently donating around $20,000 to UK frontline workers to support them through the COVID-19 pandemic. Though still in her teens, Brown has often been described as mature, and the fact that she has become UNICEF's youngest ever Goodwill ambassador proves that she has a grown-up outlook. Since 2018, when she obtained the role, she has used her platform to address bullying, climate change, and gun violence, among other topics. Now, that is really cool for her to be doing, and to be doing it at such a young age. But because of her star power and influence, she's definitely one to be able to get the word out and try to change people's thoughts on things. Number 5. Designer pajamas. Millie may often be clad in designer clothes when she is in public, but she's been spotted on Instagram wearing luxury pajamas at home. The then 16-year-old star splurged on the popular two-piece pink pajama set from Justin Bieber's label Drew House, as well as Sleeper's Insta-famous Crepe de Chine pajama set that cost $320. During the launch of her Pandora jewelry collection in 2019, Millie even donned Les Agence's gorgeous and red pajama style blouse and pants. Number 4. Designer bags. Another fashion item that Millie likes to spend on some of her sizable paycheck is designer bags. The breakout star is seemingly always up to speed with the latest trends, matching her most stylish outfits with expensive items such as Louis Vuitton's $2,700 shearling handbag, By Far's $505 Colt micro bag, and Gucci's $1,145 mini GG bag with web and butterfly. Number 3. Designer clothes. Whenever Millie Bobby Brown appears in public, she can always be seen wearing extremely stylish and expensive clothing. That said, as anyone familiar with the celebrity lifestyle should know, designers often lend celebrities clothes to wear in public. For that reason, it's more revealing when Brown posts images or videos of herself at home, since she is always seen wearing designer clothes in that environment as well. But going back to luxury clothing, you must also remember that as one of Hollywood's brightest young stars, she's getting a lot of attention when she walks that red carpet, as well as when she does appearances on things like talk shows, of which she has been on a ton. Number 2. Boyfriend. Now, it's kind of foolish to not talk about one of the most popular people in her life, right? That would be Jake Bon Jovi, her boyfriend. They've been together for a while now, and they've had no trouble showcasing their love for one another on Instagram and other social media sites. As a result, you can bet the two have done all sorts of gifts for one another, so you might want to watch her social media posts to see what she might get him or what he might get her. Number 1. Having fun. Now, this one just sounds general, but it's meaningful. We have to remember that Millie Bobby Brown is still very young and yet has a very stressful life as an actress in hit shows and movies. So if she doesn't spend money on herself to have meaningful fun in her time off, well, then she's doing something wrong. Going on vacations, having fun with friends or her boyfriend, it doesn't matter so long as she does it. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at the lifestyle and spending habits of Millie Bobby Brown? Was this about what you would expect from a star like Millie? Did you expect her to have some other things in her life? Or do you think she might get some of that later? Let us know in the comments below, and we will see you next time on the channel.